Oh, sorry, again, I was muted. So I was saying that our guy, so I am back again because when I stopped the first live and go back to Telegram, I found that the guy has already started reading his chip using the clip. And we know that the clip, in fact, is injecting 3.3 volt to the board. So I have warned him, but it's too late. So he already has started doing his job, and maybe he has even managed to read the file. And there from the video, as you can see here, it's here it mentions 1.8 volt here. But as the guy has no experience about these things, he won't pay attention to that. So, but anyway, as you can see from this green bar, he managed to read the chip. What about the board? I don't know. So I have to ask him to check if the board is still displaying. So, in fact, so sorry guys, I can't stop laughing, but that's it's like a joke. Okay, that's the problem of language gap. So whenever there's a problem of language gap, normally we should go slowly, and we have to read things carefully before doing anything. So especially if it's online help. So now he's answering okay, which means he will upload the file. Let him wait for the file to upload, and let's ask him, can you check if the Chromebook is still working? Yes, he has to check that. Okay. I don't know about the quality of the stream this time. Nothing about the sound. I don't know anything about that. Anyway, and sorry, in the beginning of this live again, I was muted. I do that because when I forgot to turn off the mic, it does me a lot of issues in other platforms like WhatsApp, as I'm using WhatsApp in my desktop, I'm using Telegram, I'm using other applications which use the mic. So whenever I finish from OBS, I have to mute it from OBS, and I forgot to put it on once I am live again. So it even happens to me with some videos which I record, and at the end I found out that they are with no sound, so I just keep them in my desktop and never post them on my channel. So that's an issue. I am not used to these things, sorry guys. I am still learning about these things. It's really a good thing to share knowledge over in the internet, and to do lives like this, and to record videos in which you share your knowledge, but in fact that needs a lot of time, which I don't have, so that's why I made a lot of mistakes. Anyway, I hope by the time I will acquire more experience, and that I can do these things better for the help of the community of technicians dealing with the laptop repairs or any other electronic repairs. They can learn things especially with Bios programming. Like for example, it's almost the same thing in all devices like TVs, for example. So it's same thing when it comes to read, write, and erase. Also the voltage of the chips, the adapters which you have to use, the programs which you have to select. So, and also these things help amateurs, like this case for example. So it's an amateur, it's not a pro, and he's trying to do things for himself, so that's good. So why not? So now normally he has to upload the file and then check go check the Chromebook if it's still working, but we have to wait. So let's ask him again to upload. So upload the file. So we have to check that file if it contains data or it's an empty file. So who knows, the chip was read by using 3 volts, so anything can be expected from that file. It can be a good file or a corrupted one, or even an empty file. Yes, it will have the size of the chip, which means 8 megabyte, but that does not necessarily mean that it will contain 8 megabyte of data, or even less than that, less than 8 megas. So we have to check the file before continuing with this case. And we can't trust only one file. Okay. Still working. So our Chromebook is still working. Okay. Yes, here I have to check it. Yes, upload your file here. We have to check it, bro. And you will need, you will need to read it again. So that we will compare the 2 files. If they are identical, then we will be sure that the reading has been done correctly. And another thing with the clip, so if ever you use a clip and you want to read again the chip, to have another second file to compare with the first one, there's an important thing that you have to do. You have to remove the clip from the chip and put it again, then read. Because if the clip reads in a false way the chip in the beginning, in the first attempt it will read it the same way in the second attempt, and you will get 2 files which are identical, but that doesn't mean that they are not corrupted files. So the clip is known for reading the chips in a false way. We may got false reading files that are corrupted, and if ever you erase your chip after getting those corrupted files, then you know what happens. Your original file is lost forever. Yes, forever. So no recovery on Bios chips. So I hope we will find a solution to recover from Bios chips, but to my knowledge, it's not feasible for the moment. So don't do things randomly, and especially don't erase your chip before being sure that you have done things correctly. We have received our file. Let's save it in the same folder. I don't think if we still have the folder open. No, so let me open the folder first. So it's where BIOS fixing, Telegram BIOS repair, and here we have the file. Here it is, our file. Let's open it. Okay, as it seems, it has a header, and so yes, it seems a good file. It seems at least we have data, so I can't tell if it's a good file right now. I can't tell. So let's check. Let's do further check-ins. We got the partitions with this tool. Let's check with the let's close this. Let's check with the UFI tool. Okay, I'm coming back. Just please wait. So I got another request maybe, and so we got the components or the partitions of the BIOS, but we need a second file. So read it again and upload it here. We have to compare it with the first file before erasing the chip. We have to be sure that the reading was done correctly. So this is usually the procedure when dealing with BIOS chips. Read twice or even 3 times, or even better, you have you better acquire other new BIOS chips which you can use, like in these cases. So which means you can, for example, write on a new chip and test with it, and keep the original chip intact or untouched, so to be safe. This can be done by pros, so professionals who are doing this job daily. It's better to have new chips and keep the original chips safe, especially with some brands like Lenovo, for example. Lenovo, if you lose your original dump, it becomes a nightmare to fix it. So don't lose your original files. And why? Don't argue about the fact that you can download random files from internet and try them. Yes, you can do that. You may have success, but you will lose a lot of time, and in some cases you may even lose days without any progress, and then you will end up by the fact that you will need to build new file using the official executable files, which you can download from the support of each brand. So each brand, sorry. To my experience, it's a practical way to have new chips which you can use in these cases, especially with the cases in which if you lose your BIOS dump, you will have a lot of troubles trying to recover back your machine. Let's check what do we have here. Okay, some guy here is crying. Alright, it's okay. I have Dell notebook here that I can't format even more with flash drive. And what's the problem? So, and what this has to do with BIOS unlock. Okay. We will check with this this guy later or right now. I have Dell notebook here that I can't format even more with flash drive. Okay. In fact, we're not dealing with this kind of issues here. But try to remove the drive and format externally. Yes, externally in another PC. Then try again. And please, this is not a place for your issue. Here is for BIOS unlock only. Read rules. Yes, rules make things easy to organize. So copy message link and let's put the link here. Go back to our guy. So still waiting. Okay, the disconnected motherboard. Pay attention to what you're doing, bro. Okay, let's warn him. And to what you're doing. Be careful not to damage things on your Chrome. Yes, we have to be. When using people which are not professionals, we have to pay attention. We have to put ourselves in their places. So you have to know the risks that they can go through, and you have to warn them before that happens. So it's not an easy task to help people like this, but personally I really enjoy helping people like this. So I do it like break time, so I consider that like my break time. So I have to to advise about anything that comes to my mind. So I have to think in place of the one that I am helping. So now we have the files. Let's select them both. Open, sorry, so only one has opened. Let's drag and drop the other one to our X editor, and I hope, let's hope, everybody, let's hope, I hope we will get, oh no, they are different files. Sorry bro, but they are different files. Okay, I have to check with him what to check the settings, what he has done in the options. So here, so options, I think it's options. I think let me check, because I don't use that program. Let me check here, where. So I have to tell him about the fact of the settings. You need to check all these and read again. Okay. Okay, let me check the live on my phone. If any issue with the live, please let me know in the comments. The live is running. Check the live on my phone. Yes, there's sound, and it seems okay. Okay, anyway, I hope there won't be any issue with the live. I am really waiting for this case to see how it will end. Anyway, so let's fire LBE. Let's check the files which the guy has given till now. Let me put this phone far from the mic, because even if I have reduced the sound, but I don't want you to hear me twice. Okay, so let's wait for LBE to launch, and then we will check if LBE can detect the enrollment on this files. Okay, so why we need to check this? Sorry, let me just fire the page of live. Oh, so was there any issue with the live or what? So I don't know. Anyway, I was saying why we need to check all of this. So off protect, so this allows the programmer to remove protection of the ship so that it can read and write and erase. So the ship has to be erased first, then blank check. So the programmer has to check it if it's blank, which means it should no longer keep any data on it, and then write So then the programmer goes to next step, which is the first step, which is to write the code on the chip. And after writing the code on the chip, it goes to the step of verifying if the code used by the programmer and the code written on the chip are still identical, which means that the programmer has to verify if the chip has or contains an identical file of that one used by the programmer. So these steps are important. Some guys might, for example, uncheck this blank check because they got error with blank checking. So that's a mistake. That's a mistake because it's important to be blank. So the chip should be verified if it's blank before writing anything on it, or otherwise you may end up with a useless BIOS chip. You won't get any display on your machine. So I don't know about the stream, so I think where the live is still running. Sometimes my second screen on which I have the live is freezing. I don't know why, but on my phone I see that the live is still running. Maybe this is due to data recovery, which I'm doing in fact on a hard drive. Anyway, let's hope for the best. Okay, we're still waiting for the guy, and let's check the, let's close this. Okay, so desktop. Okay, okay, where is that? Okay, let's go here on our tool. Let's go to extra security tools, Chrome enrollment, and let's open the file. It shows the file. I will choose it on the other screen, so I don't wish things that I don't want to be shown in the live to be shown. So that's why I keep moving the windows on the other screen. So now I'm trying to choose the file for our tool. So it's repair BIOS, yes, it's in Telegram BIOS repair GB, and here it is. So let's choose the first backup, open, yes. So the enrollment is detected, but the problem is that we can't relay, or we can't trust this file. So this file, we can't trust it as we got two different files. And let's check the differences between the files. Let's check these files with hex CMP. Okay, both are open there, and we can use Control and right key to navigate to route the differences between the files, as you can see here. So as you can see here, this is the only difference between the files. The only difference. This is the only difference. If we go to search, go to next different, the next different, not found. If we go to search and go to previous different, no previous different found, which means that this is the only difference between the files. So as you can see here, it seems like a slight difference, and as you can see here, it's the second file which has data here, and the first file has no data here. So as you can see here, this is this file here. Let me zoom. I don't know if yes, so the zoom is still working. Yes, so here this one is backup.bin, this one is backup2.bin, and here these ifs here means no data, and here we have data, and it's the second backup which has data here, and the first one has no data here, which means that the first file is not good, but that doesn't mean that the second file also is good. So this is the problem with the clip. So this is the problem with the clip. We have the third backup. Let's download it. Download the third backup. He has to read again. We won't trust the two first files. Can't be trusted. We can now choose the backup 3. Let's close this. Backup 3 and backup 2, and enter on the keyboard to open them. Analyze data, compare. Okay, they are identical. Okay, that's good. Now let's do this. Please remove the clip and put it again on the chip firmly. So pay attention to this firmly. So you have to, so the clip, so I have experienced the clip, so I have worked with the clip, but I work with the clip with the chip removed. So listen carefully. Personally, I use the clip, but with the chip removed, and I try to firmly put the clip on all the 8 pins of the BIOS chip. So please remove the chip and the clip and put it again on the chip firmly, and read again. We need a fourth file. The fourth file. So now we sure of this. The first backup is not good. Now we have two backups that seems identical, but we need a third file. So if I told the guy to erase the chip right now, giving him the working file will take it's just a matter of click here. So I will just click on check and fix enrollment, and the file will be ready for use. But if the file was corrupted, we won't get any display on the machine. So I won't do that. I have to be sure that the guy has read the chip carefully. So what is he waiting for? I hope he has seen my, and as you can see here, so if we for example try to check this with UFA tool, we will see that the file has BIOS region, main region, and so this doesn't mean that the file is good. Also, if we check with this, we will get all the partitions. Also, if we open with the ME analyzer, we will get the results about the ME region. Note this text firmware is not in the database. Yes, in fact it's not the Chromebooks has no me. It's me region, so it's a me region, but it takes not management engine. Okay, for these terms takes me, you can check that on WinRide forum here. So clean here. So here you can check these things, the difference between takes or how to do clean me of your files. But anyway, let's close this. So we got this me analyzer opens correctly the file and gives us the desired information about this region. But what? Just try again. Or just the clip on the ship. Maybe 3 volt has damaged the file. So you have used it for the first time, so we have used it another time. I warned you about the fact, but that happens with the clip. Not the clip, so it's the problem of 3.3 volts. So the clip is not good for reading the chips, but in this case it's not only the clip which is the issue. We have also the 1.8 volt chip, and the programmer provides 3.3 volt, as you can see from this picture here, which I took from a conversation with another guy here, who also has used the clip in this case. Anyway, let's wait for this guy. I hope he will manage to read it again. If he managed to read it again, that's fine. If not, so then he will need to change the ship. He will have to order another ship, and then we will need, if these files are not good, these ones here, we will need the 2 and the 3 because they are identical files. If they are not good, we will need to search for random dump and clean it and use it with this case, which is a lot of work, but of course, of course you need that from the beginning. Of course you need yes, but you already tried with the clip. Anyway, so to remove the enrollment from these files, so we open with LBE like this, check and fix the file is ready. So we can keep this name, backup to enrollment cleared, save, and we got our file saved here. So I will give him this file, but he will try it without comparing the files. If he successfully managed to read the chip again, he will probably use that file without checking, without comparing the files first. So I won't give him any file for the moment. Let's keep things step by step. Okay, he's typing. Let's see what is he. Let's have the correct adapter. Okay. That suits me, and it's better. Okay, so see you in 3 or 5 days. Okay. And so this is how we proceed with the enrollment removal. So you will need to read the file, the BIOS chip 2 times or 3 times, compare the files. If they are identical, then you either do it yourself if you know how, or if not, you can ask in here in BIOS unlock, or take your Chrome to trusted shop. Anyway, you're welcome to ask for Chrome enrollment removal in this group. So, and if you wish, we then move to private, and we go step by step until your enrollment is removed from your Chrome. So this is not the first time I did this with guys over in the internet. It's really an easy job to do with Chromebooks. You just have to acquire the necessary tools, and once again I tell you from here, please don't use the clip. Don't use the clip in your BIOS programming jobs. So I have to stop here and see you in the next video or in the next live. For this case, if it's like this time, we can go live with it. If not, I will record a video about it, and I will post it for you in the channel. Bye bye, and see you soon. Bye bye.